Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Kamino. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you are doing well. Let's talk about Solana today. There is a rumor going on that Sam Bankman-Fried, who is in custody, is giving financial advice to people around him, especially the security guards. And he's specifically telling them to buy Solana. My dad always said, once a hustler, always a hustler. Or maybe he's really hardworking and he continues to work from even the custody. Okay, so today we are going to talk about some of the platforms that are tokenless right now, so we can farm their airdrops. So I'm going to talk about Kamino, which have more than $500 million worth of TVL locked in. So let's get started. Kamino is a borrowing and lending platform which doesn't have referral systems, so which is very, very rare. I like them already. Now, when you start using it, as I mentioned, they are tokenless, you get points. And I think the best strategy to get started is to have your Solana. Once you have your Solana, what you're going to do is provide Solana. Because if you come here, you will see that by providing Solana, you are not only earning the supply APY, which is around 4.25%, but you're also going to earn 5% boost. So if you click on the star, you will see the boost value is 5%. And this is the highest. So supplying Solana will be the highest. And then after supplying the Solana, you can borrow against this collateral, and you are going to go ahead and borrow USDC and USDT, two stable coins. Now, the borrowing APR or APY is quite high. If you borrow USDC and USDT, first you have to make sure there's some availability in the pool. When I started, there was no USDC available for borrowing, but right now there is still, it's not 100% filled, and same goes for USDT. There is still a good amount to be left, depending on how much you're playing with. So what you have to do is supply Solana, then borrow USDC against it. Your APY will be negative because you're supplying at 4.28, and then you're borrowing at either 14.5 or almost 19%. But this has the highest boost. So USDT has the 3x and USDC has 3. In case you're watching this video and you'd see that you cannot borrow USDC because the pool is filled or the cap has reached, then what you can do is you can borrow M. I think this is less riskier even than borrowing USDC because USDC is stable. On the other hand, the collateral is volatile asset. So Solana can vary in the value, and if you're borrowing USDC, it will stay stable. So you have to continuously monitor your position. So don't go overboard or don't do too much borrowing and for whatever you have the collateral. So keep in mind your TVL. For me, I have lended Solana and I have borrowed MSOL against it. Since MSOL is pegged to the value of SOL, unless it is depegged very badly, I think it will be fine. But still, you have to keep in mind that MSOL can definitely depeg. That's the risk. Keep these things in mind when you are borrowing, especially. For lending, it is fine if you're just applying. Good, there is no problem. But when you're borrowing against your collateral, you have to pay attention to LTV. For me, as I mentioned, I'm borrowing something which is back to the value of what I'm supplying. So hopefully it will be fine. Okay, now I got MSOL and I needed actually USDC for my next step because I feel like I'm set up here. I'm not going to play around too much. You can go ahead if you want to actually supply this back. If you want to stay on Kamino Finance and want to increase your net value, what you can do is convert MSOL from Jupiter into Solana, supply that again, and then borrow MSOL. If you want to form two tokens, what you can do is take your MSOL from here, go to Jupiter, which is a DEX, swap MSOL into USDC because we are going to use USDC next. Again, to repeat, either you can supply SOL and borrow USDC, or you can supply SOL and borrow some other token like MSOL, which is pegged to the value of SOL, convert into USDC and come to Parcl. Now, Parcl is a very hype project and a lot of people are talking about it. They're going to have their airdrop in April. They're a platform where you can do two things mainly. The one thing is that you can short or long the market, the real estate market. So you have different regions, cities, which you can long and short. But if you are like me and don't know too much about leverage trading or shorting or longing, it is fine. You have another option. So remember we talked about we have USDC. So what you can go do is to come to provide liquidity and click on deposit liquidity. Remember, we have USDC from the previous step from Kamino, and you're going to deposit here. For every dollar you're depositing, you get 5 points. So that is pretty good. Now, there are a lot of people who says that if you are depositing in this long and short position, you're leverage trading, you get more money because for the leverage trading, you are getting 2 points per dollar. But if you leverage at 5x, then that's the maximum you can do. Then you're getting 10 points versus 5 points here. But I think that longing and shorting the market is very risky. If you want to do it, do it. I'm talking about a simple, straightforward strategy. You got USDC, come here, deposit USDC. They are locked for a month, and then as soon as Parcl do their airdrop, you can withdraw it. Because I think they're going to do the airdrop in April, so a month from now is, again, will land us in April. So after a month, you will have your liquidity back. You can withdraw your USDC. You can pay back your loan in Kamino if you want, or whatever you want to do. So this is a safe strategy. This is what I'm doing, and I will suggest you to look into it. There is a way people talked about, like, for example, you have Brooklyn here and you also have New York City. So they say if you want to have a net zero strategy or hedge your position, you can long New York City or short Brooklyn. Again, I don't think it's that simple. If you want to have a look or you have an idea about the real estate market, that's on you. But I'm talking about like simple strategy where you have Solana, you supplied it on Kamino, maximized your boost, then came here, borrow USDC. Again, you get 3x boost for that. Or you can borrow some other asset which is pegged to the value of Solana, convert that into USDC. That's an additional step. If you don't want to do it, then just borrow USDC when it's available. Come here, deposit that in the liquidity pool, lock it for a month, and you get 5 points per day. There's still some time to do it. Depending on how much amount you're playing with, the higher the amount you get, you will climb up on the ladder faster. But I think this is a safe strategy. Please do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I think, and I can be totally wrong. So please do your own research. But these are two major airdrops potential on Solana that you can look into and get it. A lot of people saying it's late. It's never too late until they have already announced they have taken the snapshot, which they haven't, according to Twitter. Now, one thing I want to mention about it, Parcl has a referral system, so you get benefits from using somebody's referral. So I will leave my referral in the link, and yes, in return, also I will get points for you using my referral. Now, please do not try to game the system and create an account, create your referral, and use another wallet to use that referral link, because they clearly said they are monitoring your IP. So here they were talking about this. If you are trying to game the system and self-refer yourself, don't do that. And also don't try to farm them with way too many wallets. I think 1 or 2, 3 are reasonable, but don't try to do it with the 10 or 20 wallets because they will find out, because they are tracking your IP. Even if you're using VPN, you cannot just disconnect 20 times to set up 20 wallets. I don't know. I want to do that since they are pretty vocal about it that they will hunt down those people. If you don't tell them, then I think they will disqualify you. So they were talking about this and they said that we can confirm this is true. They don't want people to just farm themselves. So if you want to use the link, it will give you a 5% boost. You can go ahead and use it. If you don't want to use my link, that is fine. But please do not use your own referral link. I have seen some people do that and they think this is a smart way. I think it's like, I don't want to comment on it, but each to its own. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any question, please write down in the comment or join the Telegram channel. I will see you soon. Happy investing.